Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Women's World. Today is a very special the program. We are celebrating the Christmas and the New Year with you with a bunch of special guests that we hosted during 2016. Let me in the beginning wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let me welcome my dear female guests here in the studio. Let me begin, Magda Al-Khouli, accessories designer. It's great having you with us, Magda. It's always great having you with us.
Thank you.
And of course you, Bassma Habib, Bassma TV host and radio host and head of the international relations at the radio services. Yes. It's always, again, great having you with us, Bassma. And we have with us Ala Fawzi, lecturer at Cairo University, and she is also a member of the Presidential Youth Program. Great having you with us, Ala. Thank you very much for coming. And Shahira Khalil, the editor-in-chief of Samir Magazine for Children. Again, always great having you with us, Shahira. So we have very special women joining us in this edition of Women's World. We'll be talking about their achievements in 2016, their wishes, and of course, what they wish especially for women, because this is a women's program. We'll take a short break, then we'll be right back.
تمر سنين وانت الحب عسى الله لا يفرقنا حبيبي مهما نتغير يكبر حبنا معنا تمر سنين وانت الحب عسى الله لا يفرقنا حبيبي مهما نتغير يكبر حبنا معنا تروح سنين تيجي سنين وانا وياك احلى اثنين تروح سنين تيجي سنين وانا وياك احلى اثنين واذا مر الوفا باكر اذا مر الوفا باكر اذا مر الوفا باكر اذا مر الوفا باكر بقول اقول انت الحب
Welcome back, everyone, and I will begin with Magda Al-Khouli, accessories designer, and we hosted Magda before several times, and she talked about the special designs and how it is important for women, especially Egyptian women, to maintain their own style, and how she is inspired by the Egyptian environment in her own designs. It's great having you with us, Magda, and thank you very much for coming. I hope that 2016 was a fruitful year for you.
Yes, thank God it was very, very nice. Alhamdulillah, so far.
Okay, we'll take a look at your profile, then we'll be right back. Stay with us. Magda, tell me briefly, 2016, how was it for you?
Well, actually, I have made, speaking about, before going into details about 2016, jewelry, speaking about jewelry, it makes you more individual, speaking about beauty and elegance. In 2016, I have added into my profile the new things, like new designs, unique designs, very very special ones. I have added more and more different materials. Speaking about the new designs, like the stationery, if you like, especially for male. Male and women, how far they should be compatible with each other. Both of them should be matched together. This is much more nicer and looks very elegant.
This is really nice indeed.
Yes.
Well, what about your hopes for 2016? What do you hope to do? Because you have been traveling, yes, you attended several art galleries outside Egypt, and you got to interact with artists from around the world. So how was it?
So good. When you participate with the exhibition inside Egypt or outside Egypt, especially outside Egypt, and not the exhibition with only jewelry about only your career or what you do, having to see all these artists from different world and their culture, their art, the colors, all this add to me and inspire me more and more. The colors, the culture, all these things really add to my designs and my information too.
Thank you very much, Magda. We'll take a short break, and after the break, we'll be talking to Bassma Habib about her achievements in the radio, especially that she was appointed in 2016 as the head of the international relations. We need to shed more light on that right after the break.
Thanks.
Now it's time to take a look at the profile of Bassma Habib. Bassma,
how are you?
No dear, you're such a darling. Bassma is a renowned TV and radio host, and her voice is really familiar, especially for our generation. We used to listen to her over the radio. We'll take a look at her profile, then we'll be right back.
Thanks a million.
To say that Nile TV is a major international channel. It's very important, inside and out, for people and foreigners who are living here, and all those people who are abroad. It's very important that such a huge channel would have all the facilities and the tools to reach and connect with everyone around the world.
Thanks very much, Bassma, for the nice words you said about Now TV.
Now I remember what I said. It's lovely.
And this brings me to the question I wanted to ask you. How do you see the role of foreign media in Egypt in the outside world?
It's going to be great, actually, because we're doing all our best to connect with the rest of the world. It's global, it's universal. We've got to convey the messages, and I think it's about time now that, I mean, especially the Nile TV as well, I can see that it's really upgrading everything they're doing on every level, and they are trying very much to connect with the people abroad. Other than this, of course, the female, because, I mean, this is a women program.
Of course.
And they are great everywhere. I mean, wherever you just find them, doing their best, especially women. This is what they do in life. When it comes to kids, to family, to work, to administration, they just do their best. Anything they could do, they do. And they have this thing about them, to sacrifice. Whatever they could do and give, they give. And that's why if ever you just find a woman somewhere, she gives all of it. Just everything, you've got it all, whenever you've got a woman. And this is what happened actually in 2016. I find women everywhere, and they are promoted everywhere. I was one of the people promoted, and I'm happy. Of course, it was a lucky year for me. And taking two different tasks together, not leaving one for another, but having both, means a lot to me. Means that you are efficient enough, you've got it, to work for both things and to do something about them. And this makes me really happy and honored, because doing something for whatever has to do with Egypt. The Egyptian TV, radio union, Egypt itself, I mean, it's lovely. Who wouldn't want to do this?
But you have a very special edge that you are the head of the international relations now, so you get to connect as a female presenter, you get to connect with the
And this makes me very happy, because you get to meet different people, exposed to different cultures.
Exactly.
Fishes everywhere,
and you get to show the people how women are here in Egypt.
This is part of Egypt. How about if you just come over to Egypt and you'll find everybody just the same?
Exactly. In your own opinion, what are the challenges facing women in 2017? Because you have said that we achieved a lot in 2016, and but yet there are still challenges ahead.
To tell you the truth, not anymore, because now people know and they realize the role of women everywhere and how they could do and function. So that's it to them. They do not have a challenge to do this. They need the means and the tools, only the means and the tools. When it comes to budget-wise, when it comes to certain techniques, things that you have to offer to provide to women, and then they can work it all out. Just think of it. Just give her what's needed, and she can do everything.
Okay, that's great.
Being biased or so? What is it? Women are women.
Yes. We're just speaking the truth.
Yes,
so that's great. Okay, and we have now over the phone Mrs. Marianne Azer, and she is a member of Parliament, female member of Parliament. Again, this was one of the strongest episodes that we had in 2016 for women, because this is, as we were just talking, one of the achievements, women in Parliament in 2016. Ms. Marianne, how are you? Good day to you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello to you, Ms. Marianne.
Nice to talk to you again.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Now, we are now celebrating 2016 is going, and we are celebrating the new year 2017. And one of the major achievements in 2016 was having women in Parliament. You are one of them. Tell us, how was 2016 for you?
It's a pleasure to celebrate with you, and let me greet your honorable guest as well.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. It has been, like a challenging year, full of events, and as you see, and we've seen the good ones and the sad ones, and lots of, drama in there, the dramatic events of the plane falling, the latest events in the cathedral. But there were good things as well. There were Egypt is recovering its role internationally, and this has been through our diplomats and through the parliamentarians who are trying to spread the word and show everyone that Egypt is recovering and Egypt is changing, and that women have their role and they are essential in the parliament. And it's not about the quantity of women MPs, but it's about the quality and the achievements of those women.
Okay.
We are looking to 2017 as an opportunity to start working more seriously on things that were not the best in 2016. And I hope that by working together we can do something.
Okay, because 2016 witnessed one of the most controversial issues regarding women and families, that is the law regarding hosting children. And I believe that this law requires a thorough study. Don't you think that as a woman in Parliament you need to work more on these issues?
Of course, I can't agree more with what you just mentioned. This law has been controversial and it has panicked a lot of women. Actually, I received a lot of phone calls.
And men, by the way.
and men, by the way, yes, you're right. So this law needs to be taken more carefully, taking into consideration the children's will, not the children's will, but the children's rights to benefit from the love and enjoy the love of their parents. So it has to be taken seriously, reviewed by the National Council of Women, taking seriously the cases in court and have the statistics concerning the number of men who are good to their children, the number who are not good, and this is shown in the records of the court. The women, we cannot say that all women are angels and all men are not as
of
well.
course.
We can have
yes.
angel fathers
yes.
and you know, women not behaving to the best of the motherhood.
Yes.
So I guess the law needs to be taken patiently, taking into consideration a lot of factors before issuing it, because it will affect a lot of people, and especially
yes.
the children, again.
Yes. Well, we do appreciate all the efforts that you do in Parliament and outside the Parliament. Mariana, as a Member of Parliament, thank you very much for being with us in this edition of Women's World. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, and we wish you all the best of luck in the upcoming year. Of course, you have a lot of things on the agenda to be tackled in 2017, so best of luck with that. We'll take a short break, ladies and gentlemen, then we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Still with you in this special edition of Women's World. Now, 2016 also was the year of the youth, and celebrating youth, there was this very important conference that took place in Sharm el-Sheikh for the youth. So many youth participated in the conference, and we talked about the role of youth in building Egypt, because if we're talking about New Egypt, we're talking women and youth, and if we have young women, that would be great. We have with us Ala Fawzi. She is member of the presidential program and lecturer at Cairo University. Thank you very much, Ala, for coming.
Thank you, Hala.
Ala, we hosted you in Women's World in a previous edition, and we talked about the role of women and particularly youth. And I want to know, how was it for you? I want to tell me how 2016 was for you, and the challenges or your aspirations for 2017. But let's take a look at your profile. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As I mentioned, Ala is assistant lecturer at the Faculty of Mass Communication, Cairo University. And during the break, she told me you said lecturer, but I'm assistant lecturer. But maybe this is a good omen for you in 2017. Maybe 2017 we'll host you as lecturer, okay? Well, Ala, you took part in the youth conference that was held in Sharm el-Sheikh under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. How was it for you?
Okay, Hala, thank you. I think the 2016 as the year of youth, it was a very successful year. Now I'm graduated from the presidential leadership program, and I think I believe that I become a change agent that should encourage other people to work hard and so change their lives. I want to encourage people to support the change and the state building process which is performed by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi.
Very well.
I want to say also that personally it was a very happy year for me. Because I become an aunt for the first time for a beautiful boy and girl twin.
Congratulations.
It was a very happy year for me. About 2017, as you asked me before, my ambition is to finish my PhD tour and become a lecturer, as you say.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, and my future ambition is to be a good professor who can inspire his students to work for their society and for the sake of their country. I hope for that.
Okay. Ala, tell me, now you are assistant lecturer at the Faculty of Mass and perhaps the media plays a very important role if we're talking about youth, if we're talking about women. Media is an essential partner in the development and empowerment of women and also enhancing, of course, the skills of young people. How do you see that?
I think that we have a great step when the Parliament passes the law of the media syndicate. And they will first protect the rights of the media workers, so they can perform more well than we talk in the other years. And I think that the media workers should think about what they want to say in the media. Does it hurt the others or hurt the society or not before saying it? I think it's a very important rule. And media have a great role in shaping the public opinion.
Yes, it's true. Thank you very much, Ala. Now we have over the phone Her Excellency Ambassador Mona Omar joining us in this very special edition of the program. Good day to you, Ambassador Mona Omar.
Good day, dear, and good day to everyone.
Thank you very much. Wishing you all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Now, Ambassador Mona, now we are celebrating the year 2016 as the year of women and youth. How do you see that? How do you see the achievements in 2016 and what needs to be done in order to empower women in 2017?
Yes, you are talking about 2017, not 2016. I see that this is a very good sign of the importance that women are taking into the minds of the government and the president. And as they did with the youth for the last year, I expect that we will have so many events taking place and a lot of projects that we are envisaging really to organize during this coming year, 2017.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Mona Omar, now you get to interact with women from various countries, especially African female parliamentarians. Don't you think that we need to enhance or use their experience in upgrading or enhancing the status of women, of Egyptian women?
Yes, I do agree. I do agree completely, especially that, as we said before, the percentage of women participation, for example, in the Rwandan parliament is about 64%.
I was going to say 50%, to the best of my knowledge.
Why we are here 40%, and we are very happy. So we need to know their experience, to get their experience, and for them to tell us what did they do to reach that percentage.
Exactly. Ambassador Mona Omar, thank you very much for joining us, and again wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we hope to be seeing you here in the studio sometime soon. Thank you very much. Now I would move to my last guest today, Shahira Khalil. Shahira is the editor-in-chief of Samir Magazine for Children, and we hosted you a few weeks ago, Shahira, and we talked about how magazines and such comics shape the minds of the young kids, and they are for targeting grassroots level in order to enhance their minds, in order to develop their way of thinking. This is a great way of doing it, don't you think?
Yes, I think so. And I think that 2016 was one of the very important years for us because we were celebrating the 60th birthday for Samir magazine.
Yes.
It's a long, a long history magazine. It's a magazine for generations. It's a purely Egyptian magazine. I told you last time that we have Miki and Samir. We always talk about Miki and Samir as the two main important magazines that influenced all Egyptians, I think.
Not only kids, yes.
Yes, not only children. That's why it's a magazine for all generations.
Exactly.
So, as a magazine, when we have this long time influencing people and children and adults as well, I think this is very great to me. It's a very great year to me.
Okay. Let's take your profile and we'll be right back to continue our discussion. Okay. Shahira, you were telling me before the break that you were celebrating 60 years since Samir was established. What do you intend to do in 2017? Tell me briefly, because we're running out of time.
Okay, I hope that Samir and all the magazines, not only Samir, but all the magazines will play a good, an influential role in the process of reading.
Yes.
We're trying to make the children read again.
That's very important.
That's one of the main targets, my own targets. Because nowadays we have something that is really disturbing. That children sometimes they are not reading nowadays. They are using the tablets and the mobiles and so on.
Yes.
Technology. Technology is dominant. This is not very true because in the States, for example, in New York, the main library in New York, they are reading books and magazines till this moment.
Yes.
And at the same time,
there's always time for reading.
At the same time, they really use the technological means and all of the means of entertainment like the tablets and so on.
Yes.
So reading is very crucial and important to form the personality of a child. We have talked about women today, you have talked about young people. I think children, they are the future.
Of course, and I believe this is the best way to wrap up this edition. There is no better way than to send a message. Children are the future, and we parents need to focus more on encouraging their children to read. That's very important. I would like to thank my dear guests today very much. Thank you, Magda Al-Khouni, Bassma Habib, Ala Fawzi, Shahira Khalil. You're all great, successful women, and I hope I wish you more success in 2017, inshallah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in this edition, a very special edition of Women's World, celebrating the success of women, of youth, and sending a message to women, youth, and children that 2017 is going to be better, inshallah. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye for now. Goodbye.